love this Perro Negro draft, and I think they have reasonably heavily outdrafted Hokori here.
Yeah, that last pick was, like you said, just perfect in terms of, okay, if you don't want to fight, we just press R and run away. And we are going to be ganking most of the time. So it's also, yeah, I do agree with you. I do really like Perro Negro's draft. But I'm like more excited to watch the Hokori draft play out as they wanted to play out, because it's just really like flashy. It makes for a good game, for a good spectacle game, right? So I
A
don't
lot of
I
visuals.
yeah, a lot of visuals, a lot of big epic team fights for you to cast and flex your play-by-play skills.
Well, when will they get this show on the road is always the question. We're in South America, so the game starts, and the immediate pause comes into play, and where hopefully we won't have any issues coming through. I also haven't seen like any message relaying any issues.
Well, it's mostly because someone went to the bathroom when they were drafting, so they're just waiting for someone to go chatting. Oh, okay. We're back. Chatting means like shorty.
Okay. I was already like I was thinking, oh, we're chatting, as in like talking.
And now, like
Luckily,
chato. Yeah.
I normally when I cast, most of the time my co-casters have been like Astini, Ace, Bowie, so I've had Portuguese, and they can understand decent Spanish, but they can't understand full Spanish. So finally, I have someone that can translate these games for me.
Yeah, I speak Peruvian as well, so you don't worry there. Yeah, because
I did not know that there was a difference there.
no, no,
Sorry.
no, 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 no. I meant it like the Peruvian slang. Like, Spanish is a big language.
Uh,
We have different words for different stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay, we're looking at the smoke for both teams. They want to start aggressive, I guess, but they're going to miss each other. I really want to see these lanes, how they play out. As you said, we have Gyrocopter and Clockwork against, I believe it's Snapfire and Dawnbreaker. Oh, I really well, Clockwork has to play defensive now. He has to use the cogs for defensive purposes. Otherwise, they're just going to Celestial Hammer and Cookie Gyrocopter into First Blood, or well, to falling out of net worth. Oh, that passive from Dawnbreaker is always useful.
Yeah, it was very surprising to me that it took so long for teams to start picking up Dawnbreaker because of specifically this passive. I think it's global vision. It's as good as it pretty much gets. The enemy team always has to keep it in mind when they're moving around the map, etc. In their smoke gangs, because otherwise it's very obvious where they are.
Yeah, they always have to be using the smokes as efficiently as possible. And we are starting to see the aggression coming out from Perro Negro. They're trying to leave the racer without any space at all. Okay, Nix is just going to do this in the good old creep skipping. It's nice.
Yeah, Centaur is a very strong hero, but tends to have, well, he has one armor at the start of the laning stage right now, so um, doesn't really like getting his static link damage stolen because he dies pretty quickly. So nice move from Knight in mid, Dark Mago versus Slatum. I think that the fact that Earth Spirit is now a hero that can be played in the mid lane again is like the biggest buff for South America, because South American mid laners are the best at the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, like it's a really high risk, high reward type of play, which we do love. We like the flashy plays and the outskilling, because in South America at least the Dota is more than just a game. It's like the soccer or the football from here. It's a term of pride. So being in the mid laner is like being the best player, or the one that everyone is watching. So that's why there's a lot of egos in South America.
Oh, I've never realized that there are a lot of egos in South America. um, but yeah, I do. Every region has their specialties. I think South America are really good at their safe laners. I mean, Parker, K1. Um, there's a bunch of them. What's his name again? From I think it's Waska.
Minos? Kotaro?
Pike.
Ah, Pike. Okay.
Yeah. But, Pike. Back in the days, HFN. So
Yeah.
they've always had great safe laners. Costa Bile.
Yeah,
And
Costa
then
Rica.
China always had the mid laners, but then again, China has the law where if you're under 18, you can't play blah 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 games during the week or something. So China has no future in esports anymore.
Yeah, they got nerfed by the government. Like we knew they needed a nerf, but not that one. Oh,
Oh, it's Gyrocopter dropping pretty low, but MJZ keeps him alive long enough inside the cogs, and in response, First Blood gets secured. Hopefully, everyone placed their snow puppet or snowman so that they at least got the extra points.
the extra hot cocoa.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is. I just know I can never get enough of the third and the fourth one.
Yeah, I'm in the same. It's the grind of of the new. I believe it's like a compendium or stuff like that. It happens just as we mentioned. Like they were going to play really aggressive. The guys on Hokori, and MJC just saved his cogs for a defensive option, and they got the first blood out of that. So even though we said that it's a really aggressive lane, they are opting to play it defensively, and it's working out for them. And right now, even MJC is doing like he's like a great support, trying to prevent this. Okay, Sacred is just going to go back to me.
Yeah, Wit's also getting his Falcon Blade delivered, so he should be just fine to survive this lane very easily at this stage. And I think it's going to be really problematic if they want to make it happen. They're going to go for Wits actually right now, because MJZ just walked away. Wits staying alive, gets the kill onto Genic. In comes MJZ, Cog catch onto Sacred. He's trying to get rid of his mana, but MJZ is getting juked and debated. Great job by Sacred there with the fancy steps, but Wits... Another gank attempt on the gyro and another failed one at that.
Yeah, and this is the second kill for Gyrocopter as well. So if they're trying to put him behind, they're doing the exact opposite right now. He has a Falcon Blade on minute 5, and he's living his best life right now.
Oh, rotation from behind by Gardic on towards Wits. Sacred's here as well. They're going to go for the gank. Any TP's needed. The shotgun's going to miss. Wits dropping low. The gyro is going to die. MJC. There's a big rotation from Slatum. Gets a good kill onto Genic. Looking for more. Sacred's going to get caught inside the cogs, but we'll be able to walk it off. And thanks to the attack speed slow from Gardic's Fire Spirits, MJZ could not knock the cogs out faster. Phoenix going to get gone on. Slatum should be able to secure the kill. Takes a long time, though. No. Sacred's walking in. Slatum's got to go back. And Pango's even coming.
Yeah, Fire Spirits, man. That attack slow, it's the worst. And this is just happening as we said in the drafting phase. Hokori is playing extremely aggressive. They saw okay, Gyrocopter can't be playing from ahead from an advantage position. So they just doing everything they can, like rotating the position 5 and diving at minute 5. I really miss this type of play from South American region, which is let's just move around and start killing people. Just forget about the towers.
It works when you're playing in South America, and
Yeah.
when you play internationally, it gets really tough. Oh, Slatum actually gets a kill, but the Rolling Thunder is going to continue. Dark Mago needs to get the good catch. He does manage to connect it. One more hit, and the Swashbuckle should be enough to secure it. Genic actually picks up that kill from Dark Mago right there. He's not going to be happy about that one. That it gets yoinked in front of him, but it will be, regardless, still a kill secured.
Indeed, we don't call it kill steal, we call it kill secured. And well, this is just the fight for the Wisdom Rune. Ooh, nice. Really good play
MJ's,
from MJC. He's going to pay with his life though. But
yeah, but double wisdom runes for their team.
yeah.
Delays that Mortimer's kisses. The Phoenix is level 3.5 right now. Like that egg is gonna take forever until they have it available. This is very problematic for Hokori, who needs to get ahead.
Indeed, he also forces the rotation from Dark Magos, so that gives way more space for Slatums to catch up because he was falling a little bit behind in terms of last hits.
Yeah, that's the downside of Earth Spirit. Tends to be a little bit problematic in terms of farm.
Yeah, you really want to be rotating as soon as possible with Earth Spirit. Also with Pangolier, but he does benefit more from a free lane, like from farming. What I want to see is this Nyx assassin. I think he's trying to do the Matthew and snipe some couriers. But
Well, he is level 6 now. He did kill off a creep, so he has Vendetta. Lemierre's not an easy target to kill. He's got 1300 HP on Lemierre. He also gets the courier snipe, as you mentioned. Oh, look
no,
at Sneaky Beaky Knight. They're going to go in onto Lemierre underneath the tower. No rotations come in. Knight almost drops it. But with the rotation coming through, they get rid of the Razor. And the Razor was having a really good time. Was top net worth, now dropped down to second.
yeah, like beautiful rotation and really nice answer for what Hokori was playing. They rotated one hero to their safe lane, and Gyrocopter said, "Okay, I can do the same trick, but I also get a tower from you." And now the team of Hokori is trying to even up the towers. It's not going to work. So really nice rotation from Perro Negro. Watch out, Slatin's going to get sacred.
A Sacred. Dawn ulti attempted, but will be interrupted on his approach. The Centaur is in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have the Stampede available anymore. And is going to die to Lumiere.
Yeah, well, this is not playing well for Hokori. As we said, they wanted to be aggressive, and when you are playing an aggressive lineup, you can't really fail as much because you fall behind really fast. And this is what we are seeing right now. As you mentioned, that Phoenix is level 4 at minute 9, and is just trying to leech as much XP as possible because he can't really show himself or show it to lane because he's just going to get ganked by level 6 Nyx Assassin or that Earth Spirit. And this is just looking better and better for Perro Negro because Gyrocopter is going to have all the space he wants and he needs. And the sad thing here is that it didn't happen because Perro Negro is playing really aggressive or it's just countering. It's because they are just capitalizing on the mistakes from Hokori, like the over aggression, which is a South American thing.
Yeah. A couple of too aggressive moves in the top lane. Nice saves as well from the Clockwork got them in the position where they are right now. What I do like is the fact that Hokori, they had the Dawn ulti pop up, the visual from his innate. And then they saw that Nyx Assassin wasn't showing on the map, so they knew, oh, he's Vendetta somewhere. So they all fell back a little bit to make sure that they didn't get ganked. That is a heads-up move to immediately try and scout him out.
Yeah, it's like the small wins, right? He still died though. The Nyx is going for all arcane bulls. I believe he's going for the Dagon build, right? I think it's the only one viable right now.
Oh yeah,
And
100%. If you can kill off the Phoenix before he gets his egg off. Genic, top lane, a lot of damage. Hook shot comes in from MJZ. They get the catch. Genic is level 6. Dawn ulti gets used. So what did he I think he used it on Spike Carapace. Or like Spike Carapace was still going, was still active, and then Dawn uses ulti there. Because I didn't even see the visual of it.
yeah, I didn't see it as well. I didn't know he was salting. Just the audio cue. Oh, once again get the mid lane against Latims, but
Yeah.
Dark Magus is alone right now.
Gardic doesn't have his level 6 yet. He's so very close. Doesn't have a way out. There's a nice push forward, but they will lose Gardic at the very least. They keep the Dark Mago Pangolier alive. What's actually very sad, Dark Mago with his Rolling Thunder accidentally knocks Latin to the high ground.
Indeed, and now MGC is just going to play the broken glasses. Ooh, last Lathams always didn't mix it out of there. Just position 5 for position 5. They are going to get this tower though, so the map is going to open more for them.
Yeah, and Pango also getting close towards his diffusal blade. That's an item required to start going. Knight is charging in after Sacred, gets the catch with the Vendetta Strike. Stun comes out. Homing missile in as well. Sacred needs to disengage, get the Celestial Hammer out of there. And in comes MJZ. Hook shot onto Lumiere, catches him, immediately breaks the link, and will try and run away. Nice blast from Janek. Should cost MJZ his life. But they will take that trade all day.
Yeah, indeed. But that's what position 5 clockworks do. They just save people and give their lives for it. And it works because Gyrocopter is now on the first position in net worth, and his Aghanim Scepter is going to come in a really nice timing. So the farming potentially is going to skyrocket from here. Hokori trying to get whatever they can right now. Map presence is really important for them because they really need to cut the space for Gyrocopter. They need to start playing as their composition needs to be played, like 5-on-5, or at least pushing and playing aggressively.
Especially get it done before the Dagon is finished on the Nyx, because it wouldn't surprise me if he catches out Sacred in an awkward position and takes him down. That's how scary this Nyx Assassin is becoming at the moment. Sacred's also, his net worth is not looking too great, but Lumiere at the very least is keeping up with Wits, which is admirable considering it's a Razor trying to get his farm up topped with a Gyrocopter.
Yeah, Lumiere got a really easy lane, right? Not an easy one, but a free one because they were really playing aggressive against the Gyrocopter. But right now, as we said, if Gyrocopter finishes this Aghanim Scepter soon, the difference in net worth is just going to be bigger and bigger and bigger, really, really fast. They're going bottom against Janek.
Gonna get himself out of there. Don ulti is actually gonna keep him alive. Janek stays going, goes in with the Mortimer's Kisses, will kill himself there with the kisses onto the blade mill. Ouch, that's a painful way to die.
Indeed, it hurts more because you just killed yourself, and he got away. So no change in there. Pangolier, as you said, just finished his Diffusal Blade, going for the Aghanim Scepter, and Aghanim Scepter ready for Gyrocopter. I do believe Perro Negro doesn't really need to play really aggressive or really try to go for towers or something like that. As we said, they try to go for a little bit more Genki composition. So they're going to be using smoke really, really soon. Over here, MJC just tanking the gank like a champ.
Oh, they're actually going to go in onto Dark Mago, stun him up. He gets pushed to the high ground there. That was a very unfortunate one. But Knight with the Vendetta Strike gets the kill. Big trade. Phoenix Egg wasted as well. And Slatum just walking in, gets his bottle refill, goes for Janek on the Snapfire. Nice two-man stun by Knight. Holds him together. Kendall, he doesn't have his Stampede just yet, and he is going to drop.
Yeah, 2-for-1 is not really worth it right now for Perro Negro, and that was just a Dagon for Knight, I think. Yeah, I believe he just bought it. Well, right now Hokori needs to, they have to play more on Perro Negro's side of the map and try warding a little bit more aggressive, as we are seeing right now, right? They have a nice ward on the high ground, and on the bottom lane, I think it's going to be just a free kill for Dark Mago.
The big problem with trying to do MJC hook shot to the side, but Janek should be able to blast him. He was trying to bait them out there and make the wraparound play, but will lose his life. Yeah, it's like understandably Hokori need to get a little bit more aggressive here, but it's so hard to do when you're playing against a Nyx Assassin and a Clockwork. Like, one has Rocket Flare, the other one is a moving ward. It's incredibly tough to make it happen.
Indeed, and you really want to also go for the Gyrocopter, try to gank him, and try to obviously limit his his space. But if you find a centaur, or if you find an earth spirit, or if you even find a gyrocopter, just centaur just needs to push the R button and he gets out, because they really have a really like strong disable to keep gyrocopter there.
Gyrocopter, Ag's done, plus the Dragonlance. He's got 2.3k HP right now. He's not going to be an easy target to take down. Knight's got his Dagon ready. That normally tends to be the moment where you go, go, go.
Indeed, and that Phoenix is looking really tasty. He has almost no HP. What you want? You really can't go gank the Racer because he already has a BKB. As we said, BKB is like the most important item here, and I think the timing is starting to come for Hokori. We already have the Blink Dagger on Pangolier, the BKB on Racer, so I think it's go time. And MJC once again just giving his life in this case for really not much.
And he's getting caught out a couple times too many here. It does make some more space for his team because you know exactly where the entirety of Hokori is. And we have Wits continuing to farm once to get his BKB. But I'm really... Okay, they did rotate 3 towards top, so they're looking for a fight here. Knight gets hit randomly by a Scatter Blast, spots out Janek, rolling boulder in. And they will get the kill onto Janek momentarily. Don ulti will continue. In response, though, Slatum's going to die, and that's a big trade. Knight used his Spike Carapace a little bit too soon. Hook shot in from MJZ. Catch onto Dark Mago.
Nice.
Quick dunk from Kendall. And they will make it a worthwhile fight in the end.
Yeah, really nice. Once again, just the over-aggression from Hokori. I believe the Pangolier said, well, I have double damage or amplify damage. Let's continue going. Just a miscommunication there. And just capitalizing once again the Clockwork. He's dying one too many times maybe, but he's also like holding his weight with these the defensive plays. And always giving the kill to the core, which is important. And the last play when he died, the Snapfire wanted to secure the kill once again, but I believe Pango was just shouting, don't do it. And yeah, just the synergy is different in both teams.
Yeah. They're giving a lot of love to Knight here on the Dire side. They're making sure he can get his creep count farms. With, of course, that Mind Flare, you can one-shot the big mana carrying creeps. And he almost is close towards his Dagon level too, so it looks like he is going to be scaling up the Dagon.
Yeah, well, as you said, the only really easy kill here is the Phoenix. Oh, well, once again, tanking the gank. MJC, poor guy.
Janek once again securing the kill.
It's going to become a pattern, I think.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get those kill points for the compendium thing. The third one.
Does it work if you're on a private lobby?
Probably not. Very likely not. But then again, this is tournament lobby. I don't know how that would work. Would be cool if it did, because then you see people smashing the penguins on the side. Just to make sure that they get the extra festive spirit.
Indeed, but I haven't seen anyone like slapping penguins. And speaking of slapping, I think they're trying to steal the Tormentor. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's a big fight coming in. Don ulti gets used. They know there is no little Nyx assassin there, trying to get away. Centaur is going to lose his life. Sacred's going in onto Slatum. Who's winning out that fight? Slatum, can he get away? No, he cannot. Sacred's BKB keeps him going. They get a double kill. Don't get the Tormentor. And Nyx assassin cancelled his TP. At the very least, they did get the double wisdom rune, which is a plus, but they did lose 2 cores in the process.
Yeah, I think they were really scattered, the Perro Negro players. Slatum was just trying to go 2 against 1. He thought he could burst Snapfire, but well, with a Glimmer Cape and the majority of his damage being magical, it wasn't really an option. Lumiere getting a kill here, killing Knight actually.
Yeah, he
And
caught Knight topside, still trying to get some farm going. Lumiere, he also has the SNY now, so this Razor 2.8k HP, 18 armor, BKB available. Their BKB timings are crucial here for Hokori.
yeah, they're usually using them really well. Razor needs to be the front line, and right now because the BKB is it's on 7 seconds right now. So I forget what I said. Once again, Slatem's going in just for a creep wave and paying with his life.
Yeah, 5k net worth lead for Hokori right now, and it's starting to look a little bit problematic here. Of course, they still have Wits very farmed, but Razor is one of the heroes that can beat a gyrocopter in the late game.
Yeah, you're completely right. And if the mid laner is giving, freebies from once in a while, it's going to be way easier for him. As you mentioned, with Sangayashi and BKB, he can just, steamroll against the Perro Negro lineup because Gyrocopter doesn't really have a damage item. I mean, he does have a little bit of damage input, but he just finishes his BKB and now he's going for his first damage item. So this is now a proper timing for Hokori to try pushing the tier 2s, go to Roshan, and then start to look for at least those ganks on Gyrocopter, which is what they're trying to do right now. Oh no.
Oh, Dark Mago, Hookshot comes in, gonna get stunned up, but Spike Arp is used too soon, and in response they will lose their two supports, but they will find Dark Mago at least. Sacred actually pops his BKB now every single time before he pops the Solar Guardian, so that the Nyx Assassin can't interrupt it anymore.
Well, smart plays. They know what they need to buy in order to counter the counters. And I do really want to see Hokori go for some big objective right now. I think Roshan is a good idea. If this racer is going for the refresher orb, as you mentioned, also a satanic. But I believe Roshan would be the play now for Hokori, trying to use this advantage because they do. I believe they feel they have an advantage right now, and it's always about pressure in it. It's always about trying to see how much you can get away with, especially if you're with a racer that can go against this gyrocopter. If we go to a really late game scenario, who do you think is going to come up ahead? Because we just had like a counter situation from Racer and Gyrocopter, but what about Earth Spirit on late game and Pangolier? I really go for Hokori on late game actually.
I think so as well, especially because of one very crucial aspect. The Dawn is almost done with his Aghanim Scepter. And we were already talking about, they are very tanky. You have the Phoenix Sunray, especially once he gets sharded, it's going to be really impactful in the team fights. Snapfire, Glimmer Cape, they have a Glimmer on Phoenix as well. Dawn ulti coming in. Pangolier has, the shield crash, and obviously Razor built up like a full tank. Like, they are making sure that they're not going to be killed by the Gyrocopter's flat cannon. And if you survive that, normally you're, like... Earth Spirit doesn't do anything late game anymore. It's annoying, and he can be obnoxious, but he doesn't do damage. He's just gonna roll in, roll out every single time.
Yeah, he can just cut lanes, make the game a little bit longer, but everything goes on the shoulders of that gyrocopter. Like he has a lot of weight to carry, and 2 against 1 here. Sacred almost getting the kill.
Knight, okay, going in onto Sacred. Dawn is gonna get jumped up, taken down. He almost kills off 3 heroes in the process. Top side, MJZ tried to hook shot into the pit and get a possible steal, but the timing was completely off, and they will secure the first Aegis of the game. Granted, first Aegis doesn't really matter. You're probably gonna get 2, maybe 3 tier 2 towers out of it. And the big downside is if you go for the next Roshan that's going to have the banner, it will be dire spawn, plus the whole roar mechanic of you being the team that killed it is going to make it very obvious.
Yeah, like you said, right now, this Aegis is going to be what Hokori needs to start cutting the map down, and Gyrocopter farm days are going to be over really soon. They are grouping up the Hokori guys, so maybe they're just trying to push in mid and open them up a little bit more. I do want to see Perro Negro because Hokori is playing as five or not as five, but grouped up most of the time. The composition of Perro Negro isn't really working as well because they really want to be ganking, right? They really want to find someone alone, but Hokori is just not letting them. Once they found sacred moments ago, they found the tier two, but that was because they were all on Roshan. They got the trader over that.
Yeah, you don't get a freebie in this match so far. No one just gets blown up by the next assassin either. He does have 2 point. He can buy either 2 points of the Dagon if he wants, or maybe go. I would probably just say go like 4 staff or something.
Yeah, go like 4 staff, go like Lotus Orb, I believe would be good against a Razor, just saying.
The problem is it's only against the Razor and maybe the Phoenix's dots, but
Yeah,
I think they just need more tools to be able to kite the enemy around.
yeah, well, 4 staff, Aghanim Scepter doesn't really work here. Auras doesn't work as well, so yeah, really hard choice. But I believe he's just going to go for the two Dagon levels. Oh, MJC finally surviving.
Oh, he actually went for Blink Dagger on Knight. So it's going to
Okay.
be Blink on the Nyx. It's another tool. If you get gone on, you're dead. But it's always nice to be able to at least set up a mini Ravage, as they say.
Yeah, especially if you can come with the Centaur Stomp, like the Chain Stun is going to be really useful to bursting down someone, but you don't really have you have the CC, the crowd control, but you don't really have the damage. Like you said, the only one doing damage here is Gyrocopter, and Hokori is building like really sturdy, so they don't really die out of the flag cannon or the Nyx Assassin Dagons.
Then again, we'll have to wait and see until the fight actually starts with the Gyro, because I haven't seen him participate in any skirmish for quite some time. Lemaire's got the Satanic now done. God, he's big and
Yeah.
tanky.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie, and he has an extra life to go with it. I'm really surprised that they're not going for towers. They're just trying to occupy the map. Now they're going for towers finally. They really have to use the remaining minute and a half from this Roshan to try to, as you said, get most of the tier 2 towers and make the map really, really smooth for Perro Negro. And this is actually really looking really good for Hokori.
You know what's actually funny? I just saw it in Twitch chat. Perro Negro actually times you out if you type that in Twitch chat.
It times you out?
Yeah, it times you out. So you can't say the team's name in Twitch chat. Because it's,
It's not a slur. Well, in English,
well,
maybe.
I assume you can use it as a slur.
I mean, yeah, I guess like you can use everything as a slur if you announce it correctly, but it just means like black dog.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah, Twitch chat rules or whatever.
Yeah.
It happens. But I just saw it fly by on my second monitor. I was like, huh, that's funny.
It would be funny if they made the team name like that because of that. Because of they just want to troll people and time them out. Sounds like a South American thing to do.
Well, they do even have a logo, so like the logo.
Yeah, looks more like a rat though. But
Yeah, it does very much look like a rat. It doesn't look like a dog at all. What's rat in Peruvian Spanish?
Rata.
Perro
Like
Rata.
Perro Rata,
No,
yeah.
ra,
Oh,
ra, Rata Negro? I have no idea which one it is. But they're going to go in. Janik, he gets healed up back to full. Doesn't even lose HP. Now he is going to get taken down. Knight on the side will lose his life as well. Going in onto guarding. Phoenix does have his egg available. Slatum's trying to control him up. Maybe kill him off. He actually is going to get the kill. But Witz is the one that's the targetee. And he gets run down. Buyback from Knight. Big jump from Dark Mago. Blocking the rolling boulder of Slatum. And we'll still try and disengage, go for the TP out. Can he get the disengage? Yes, he can, but they got the big boy. Wit's dead. Knight forced to buy back. Painful fight here.
yeah. Who canceled his TP? I don't see it. He was TPing with BKB and he just moved. Yeah, I don't see anything that can cancel his TP. Well, just what a misplay! Like the first time you are with the team on a team fight and you flop like that. Okay, this is now just looking really great for Hokori. Let's see if Knight can do something with this. I don't know what he's trying to do. Pangolier is not going to die out of his combo, especially with just a Deacon 5. So Nyx Assassin, it's his future is not looking good. Like his stocks are depleting. Same with Clockwork. He can survive right now with Solar Crest and Force Staff, but all the damage goes on Wits. So as Hokori, you just focus the gyrocopter and you win the game.
And they surround him. He needs Satanic to be able to stay alive primarily, but then it's also you need to be able to pump out the damage. Did see that even with that big healing, the Snapfire died pretty quickly, but then again, you know, the only thing that they killed were this Phoenix and the Snapfire. The two squishiest heroes on the opposing team. The rest of them have 2.3k plus HP.
Yeah, and they are support, so they're it doesn't really hurt as much. It's their job. As a support player, I can say that.
Yeah, no, I play Wyvern. I hide in trees until I see good curse. Oh,
Indeed.
Centaur in a lot of trouble. Rolling Thunder continues. He is going to try and stay alive with the Eels, but he is a goner. Does have a buyback at the ready if it's needed.
I believe it's going to be needed. The only thing Perro Negro can do now is try to stall and fight a pickup. But I don't know who are you going to pick up because, like you said, the squishiest hero has almost 2k HP and a 5 of insight, so you're not going to burst that. Oh, MJC once again. And
Yeah.
and
Oh, Nighty's right on vision. Dive in, gets hit by the dust. Will be able to disengage. Should not be able to get caught on.
okay, well, I think this is just a team compositions thing coming up from Perro Negro. They drafted a really solid, like ganking and aggressive on early game lineup, and they didn't really capitalize on it. Nyx Assassin waited till he had a Dagon to start moving around a little bit, and maybe also like Hokori just. I won't say it was an outdraft, not at all. We were praising the centaur pick at the end, but we haven't really seen centaur being used as we said, as we praised.
Yeah, no, they have been. Hokori's just been playing better. It's
Yeah.
that simple. Dawn first item BKB to counter the Nyx Assassin. And considering Nyx Assassin cannot solo kill anyone, they force the Nyx to be picked and then make sure that he's useless.
Indeed. I also see this Earth Spirit, like you said, it's fun to watch. It is useful if it has his snowball potential being taken advantage of, but if he doesn't really pop up from the beginning, it's really hard to see an Earth Spirit mid lane doing something on the late game, and he's just paying for that. So maybe next game we will see Slatams with a pick that can carry his own weight and it's not dependable on on early games. maybe because they won the last two matches against Hokori, they were a little bit confident and said, okay, we can play an aggressive lineup, because that's actually the reason why in the past Peruvian teams could get a game from a big China or big European team, because they said, we'll just play aggressive and win because we're just way better. And well, the Peruvian teams know how to deal against it, because that's all we do. So I think they just were confident on their picks, and they just couldn't perform. Like, Hokori played it really smart.
Yeah, so far they have been playing it very solid this game. Next item for Nyx is 4-staff. Finally, I think more 4-staffs. I just think they need a bunch of 4-staffs on their team to be able to play. But I do like the item pickup of Slatum. He's got Aghanim Scepter now. So in case Razor goes like off on this Gyrocopter, he has a way to save his Gyrocopter and get him out the team fight.
Indeed.
Get the shard though.
Yeah, he needs that. Is that Tormentor available? No, it's not. Just for 3 more minutes. Roshan, well, they have the Aegis right now, the Hokori. So this Aegis, I believe it's going to be a Rex, at least, because Perro Negro doesn't really have a big high ground defense, only the Gyrocopter, and he has to be like really close to the tower, and they can just jump in.
You do have to be very careful, of course, with the Earth Spirit. He can push you very deep in towards the Dire base. And
Yeah.
if he catches a player off guard with that move, you can definitely kill pretty much anyone if the Gyrocopter has time to hit. Who has now finished up the Satanic, so it's actually a really decent time. Slatum, he turns him into a rock, pushes Lumiere away. But Slatum, can he get himself out of there is the big question. Flat Cannon from the side, Wits does a lot of damage. Dawn ulti comes through, they're trying to disengage. Rolling Thunder from Dark Mago, perfect two-man catch. Slatum's gonna get taken down. MJZ, the second one. Wits forced to pop the BKB and fall back. In comes Kendall, going quickly for Dark Mago. They buy back onto the Clockwork. And Lumiere will be just fine. Hookshot in on the side, on the Phoenix, tried to hold him down. Wits, can he pump out the damage? He needs Flat Cannon available. He has a Satanic at the ready. Lumiere's going very deep. He is fountain diving even. That might be a little bit too deep. I am not really 100% happy with that choice. Buyback available on the Centaur. They're going to go for Lumiere. He has a second BKB going back in, but now he doesn't have Satanic. And he's still taking a lot of damage. Jumping from Knight. They're going in. They want to kill off the Razor. Glimmer. Does it keep him alive? No, it does not. Wits is going for more. Phoenix dives to the side. They still didn't get the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, and well, I love my region, man. I really love my region. That was the most BM thing that Lumiere could possibly do. Just wasting the Aegis on a Fountain Dive and then dying and giving a 9 streak to the Gyrocopter. Yeah, that was really fun to watch. And the funniest thing is that the economics of the match didn't really change. It's still like 6k for Hokori. This is great.
It's a very interesting game, and because of that big chunk of change that the Gyrocopter got, he is going for Rapira Gaming next. Yeah. And at that point, you can very easily die if you get too aggressive on a Razor, especially without the Aegis. A couple of hits is actually more than enough to kill you.
Yeah, especially with the Daedalus and the Satanic. Yeah, the Gyrocopter is going to become a Final Fantasy boss right now.
Ooh, Knight almost got the catch there with the Spike Carapace. They will get away for now.
The game just turned like 180 out of that dive.
Oh, Chenek's gonna get caught. Now, one plus is that they do, of course, not have a buyback available on... let's see, which heroes bought back? The Centaur and the Clockwork both don't have a buyback available.
Indeed. Yeah, well, even if... well, yeah, the Centaur buyback is sad to not have, but, the Clockwork can't really do much if he already uses his hook shot. I really like the aggressiveness from Slatums. I thought he was going to get just bursted, but he managed to to survive, just pushing Lumiere into an worse position. But well, I I don't know. Like they can do this again if Hokori tries to go for the high ground again and Slattems does one of these, or they just overextend like they did. But I don't really see Perro Negro trying to break high ground. Like it's going to be really hard for them. Even if you can insect a player like Slattems just pushing someone out of their high ground. That's the only play I see if they wait for them to break the base. And well, here a smoke. Let's see if MJC does his signature tanking the gank attack, tanking the gank stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
MJZ trying to get himself back, does manage to disengage and walk back up to the high ground. So this time MJZ not going to get caught. He is going for the Aghanim Scepter, so that's going to give you a lot of vision on the map, and the AoE battery assault's really obnoxious in team fights. But this is a nice catch onto Sacred hook shot in. Can they get him killed? He actually gets knocked to the side there. Sacred going for the TP out. Has his ulti, of course, to go back into the team fight if need be.
Oh.
Mortimus Kiss is getting used, but he already used Spike Carapace on Knight, so Dawn can just get back into the team fight. And Knight is dead. No buyback available. He doesn't have the money. He just bought a Dagon recipe. Oh. Now he doesn't have buyback on the Nyx Assassin because he bought the recipe.
Yeah, but I believe Hokori should get a Rax here. Like we still don't have a rapier. He's not going for a rapier anymore. He's going for a butterfly. So Wits needs to defend basically on his own. Let's see how he does.
Oh, his mana is getting drained pretty quickly thanks to the swashbuckles from Dark Mago. Slatem needs to be careful. He can turn himself into stone, of course. Quickly disengage.
Okay,
Fortification being used. Gardic is a nice kill. If he can secure it, he's going to go in. Pushes the Razor pretty deep. Takes some damage. Wits doesn't have any like swift blink shenanigans to get on top of any opponents and blow them up yet.
Yeah, this is just going to be a Rax.
Them trying to get back. Force staff. Can he keep himself alive? The Earth Spirit's going to get taken down. That is a huge kill. He does have a buyback available, of course.
If they go on with this is game. This is game. Yeah, this is game.
Yeah, he has BKB. Has Satanic available as well, trying to heal back up. He needs to be a little bit careful. He's trying to keep them occupied there. Has the Hurricane Pike forced himself back. There's the Earth Spirit going in. Wits gets pushed back in towards the fountain, but Lumiere is going to go for another dive. Wits is actually dropping low. Wits, can he stay alive? Wits is dead. Has a buyback at the ready. Lumiere is going to get hook shotted towards. Is going to get taken down onto 2. They get the control to get multiple kills here. Gyro is not even being forced to buy back in this.
Dude, Fountain MVP here for Perro Negro, and oh, that Phoenix is going to be food for Knight. Nah, he's going out. Nope, yeah, this is basically going to be almost a team-wide diesel.
Respawning in 15 seconds.
Oh, this is huge.
Once
again.
In what?
Go on.
And yeah, 5 seconds. But they need to know that Roche is up right now. If they even want to head that direction. You know what's... I know, obviously, you know, it's a very stressful situation and stuff with Lumiere diving you if you're the gyrocopter. But when you're in Fountain, you could also just, like, very quickly buy a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah.
And, like, pop it and be Gucci.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, that's the... Let's say an Amar would have popped that. But that's a very pub-heavy thing to do in such a tense situation.
Yeah, you're right, and also I believe you are just focused on trying to keep the racer as much time in the fountain as possible, so he can the fountain can do the job for you, which it has been doing so the last like 2 dives. I understand why they are trying to dive as much. They might have known that the gyrocopter has a buyback. They're going for Roshan right now.
Yeah, that's Ags Roche. Gyrocopter. He has the Rapier at the ready. So if they take down Roche, he can eat up the Ags at the same time, put his boots back in, probably trade that later for Swift Blink. Or Centaur gets the Ags, and then you have double, he has Refresh Orb, so you have double Hitch a Ride. And on Gyrocopter with the flat cannon, bro, game winning.
Let's see how did they distribute this. They are expecting counter initiation, or at least an attempt to stop their Roshan attempt. Oh wait, okay, here we go.
On the Slatum, which nearby, Dust gets used. Next Assassin needs to get himself back. There is a fight starting. A Brew, Mortimerskis is in as well, going in. Slatum's trying to center Stampede run out of there. MJC trying to block the exit. Slatum is going to get taken down. No buyback available at the ready. They're going to find Pangolier on the side. Witz is trying to man-fight it. He has that Divine Rapier. Does a lot of damage. Hookshot in from behind. Hold Lumiere in place. There's going to be the BKB. Lumiere is pumping out damage. Witz is very quickly dead. Rapier on deck. No buyback available. And that should be game.
That's game. Yep, that's game. Oof, that went really quickly. This escalated quickly. Like we thought we're going to have a comeback from Perro Negro because Lumiere was just diving into the fountain. The Divine Rapier was there. We were starting to believing in the Perro Negro train, but just that last team fight on Roche and
the catches that they made. Obviously, half the time it was the easy quick kill onto MJZ. But we'll see if that's going to be the case this time, because Enchantress tends to be one of the hardest to kill heroes in the game.
Yeah, once that untouchable comes up online. But before that, it's almost free real estate for
Oh,
Ursa.
yeah. Ursa can normally pretty easily kill it, but Ursa, I would assume, yeah, he's already queued up. He wants to go Battle Fury. You're playing against Lycan, so you kind of also want to have the cleave with all those pesky wolves. They have a lot of split push. I think that might be the biggest plus for the Dire side, is that you have of course, Lycan with the shard at one point. And then you have the Ember cutting creep waves. You have the Enchantress sending creeps on the side. It's going to be pretty problematic. Oh, Lycan actually went for the pack leader facet.
Kills weapons are supplied, audience, and okay. Extensive. Oh, that's. I'm still memorizing all these.
That's his old, how his old shapeshift worked, with the wolves all charging fast. But I prefer, well, I really hate playing against the level 6 wolf thingy that just keeps chasing you across the map and kills supports single-handedly.
Yeah, well, if you're a squishy support, you're just going to die to a Lycan. And well, Clockwork has a way to get away from those with Cogs, but Phoenix is going to have a hard time once he uses the Icarus dive. And I wanted to build on what you were saying, and in terms of the split pushing potential, this gives Perro Negro a B plan, right? Like a plan B. If we don't really get much space for our gyrocopter, we can always extend the game, push lanes, and we can always trade towers and have the map not dominated but by the other team. Because once again, I believe Hokori is just going to play as a group up, like group together. And the first game, Perro Negro wanted to do like a ganking sort of style that they couldn't obviously execute because Hokori was playing grouped up. But right now it's like, okay, if you're going to group up, we're just going to divide the map and we're going to push you over. And we're going to make the map bigger for us with this Lycan pick, with this Ember Spirit pick. So I really like this draft way better than the last draft for Perro Negro. But I'm still going for Hokori on this one. There's just some feeling that with this Hokori draft.
That's also, obviously they lost in the open qualifiers, but those are open qualifiers. That's where you can't study your team, see who's in the team, how they play, do some research. And Hokori is a team that actually has the resources behind them. to be able to make it happen.
You're right, but in terms of the Peruvian scene, at least you know the player and you know
Oh yeah,
how
but
to play
you know
against
that
him.
being able to at least check out, because normally you have the next game after every 15 minutes. And obviously, oh, I've played that guy so many times, blah, blah, blah. But when you see an entire team, you're going to be like, okay, he picks that, how do they play? It gives you more time to research it. And it tends to be easier for, quote unquote, bigger teams if they have some prep time.
Yeah, you're right. It's wait, okay. Okay, so basically lane started, and Slatims is just going to start harassing that Dark Mago and just taking advantage of the Sleight of Fist just for harassing purposes. I do believe Slatims has the Slayer Edge here, and the other lanes. I mean, you don't really have your Clockwork anymore, so Gyrocopter is a little bit more susceptible to ganks. But sadly, you can't really dive as much with Bristleback on level 1 or level 2, so it balances out, I guess. It's really chaotic.
Bristleback is a hero that you see the hero, it's incredibly tanky, but until you're level 4 most of the time, you get run down very quickly. You don't have the Bristleback points yet. Normally, you even prefer to have 2 points on Bristleback before you really do anything.
Yeah, so especially as a gyrocopter, you just can rocket barrage him if he steps out of line too much. So right now, what you want to do with Clockwork is just make that MJC can't pull and try to not leech as much experience from Bristleback, because as you just said, he is really dependent on that. Oh,
And MGZ can just keep on healing with the Wisps the entire time. Once he's level 2, he gets enchanted and he'll take over some nice pesky Wild Wing Ripper creep.
yeah, that.
Oh yeah, wait, he can't get it at level 1, of course, because you need to be level 2 to get it. It's a level 5 creep. I always forget about that fact. That's how little I like playing macro heroes.
Well, they've changed that like many times over. Okay, I want to see on the bottom lane. We have Gardic fighting for his stag's life. Kendall trying to get the best that he can. I think this is a really free Ursa lane. He doesn't really, he can't really get killed here. Only if he dives or something like that. He can even go against the Muerta and get a solo kill. Oh, Muerta gets the Lotus.
And Muerta is an obnoxious hero to deal with later, of course. Pierce the Veil, Deadshot can really hamper you with the... Because with Enrage, you of course get the status resistance, but if you walk the opposite direction, it still destroys your gank attempts.
And Ursa is really kiteable. So that's the only way to deal against an Ursa that is a full build, and Muerta deals with that easily, as you said, with a dead shot. And also with the calling, because the slowing is really annoying for Ursa, especially at the beginning. And if you can silence him, the better, because he can just he can't jump out of danger.
Oh, it's having a good time at top lane once again. This time, no kills have happened just yet. But looking pretty decent for him. Slatum gets the bottle refill. And it's also, you're playing against, once they hit level 6, these two mid laners are very dangerous to deal with. You cannot get too close to the enemy's tower, otherwise they're going to dive you.
Indeed, and right now, while Genek is trying to secure the rune for his mid laner, he's not having the best of times against the Ember Spirit. That's just a matchup thing, and the lanes are going to be a really bit static, right? They're just going to be fighting against around the pulling and fighting with experience gain and stuff like that. but I don't really think we're going to see many kills happening at the beginning of the match. We are waiting for some timing, some level sixes, special. Well, first of all, like you just mentioned, the Earth Spirit or Ember Spirit 6, if we're going to see a gank at all. But I believe Ursa is really happy right now. Like Ursa is having his best life, just denying and farming freely, and Lycan can do nothing against it.
He's going for the Battle Fury build. If Lycan gets too close, he's going to get destroyed. So he's going to stay as far back as possible. One plus is, of course, Howl, nighttime. Attack damage reduction, 40% on all enemies. Armor reduction, 7. God, that's such a stupidly strong spell.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the duration is also a lot, especially on team fight. But the thing is, Ursa doesn't really care much about if he has the
Yeah,
Fury
true.
swipes. Okay, here we have the difference in level 6. Ladens became level 6 earlier, so he was trying to go against Dark Mago. The gang with MJC didn't work, sadly. Let's see if the center can have a stun here. Nah. Oh, yeah, they're going for it.
Root in, stun on top. Dead shot back with the silence
Nice.
on top. Great rotation to get first blood for Slatum in mid.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. This is just what Perro Negro wanted to do in the first game. Like, have a rotation, get a kill, get back. And both safe laners have a really easy lane here. They can't really be killed. Well, Bristleback needs his time and items, and Gyrocopter can just start farming freely. I'm missing some stacks from Perro Negro because they really have the time to do so. They really have the time to
Same for
stack them.
Hokori. They
Yeah.
also should have had some stacks for the Bristle. And hell, even for the Ursa later. MJZ going to get rolled on. And that is going to be a quick kill secured for the Radiant side. Yeah, that is something that, like, for instance, Liquid, they stack so much. It's actually kind of insane how much they stack in games. You see like 20 minutes into the game, they've made like 17 stacks or something. It's ridiculous. And that's I don't see that enough here. Even though last game, for instance, they played 4 Protect 1, I didn't see big stacks for Wits to secure.
Yeah, you're right. It's mostly because the South American Dota is all about rotating and killing and team fights, and being more aggressive and not saving for a rainy day or trying to empower your carry in with stacks and stuff. It's not as efficient, I think, which is what makes it fun to watch. But I do believe like Enchantress has now the time to do some stacks for a Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter being the hero that can benefit most from stacks in the early game. Because like you said, the only one that can take stacks right now is Bristleback for Hokori, and I think they're going to take one small Genek for the road.
Janet gets caught. Flatum will most likely go for the Mage Slayer build because it is really, really broken. And MJZ is just, he's farming the enemy's jungle. He's making sure no stacks happen there because he's just clearing up the camps.
Yeah, well, he knows. Well, he should know that there's like a double stack here. Oh wait,
Top side, Slatum out of mana, Sacred, Call Down comes in, a lot of damage roll in response. They will lose Sacred, TP out by Wits, will be able to get the TP to safety. Slatum nearby, Sleight of Fist, Gardeck's gonna get caught, taken down as well, and they get, when in doubt, just TP.
yeah, they don't really have any stuns. Well, now they have Genek, but Genek doesn't really have the.
Slatum walks it off, and
Yeah.
painful fight there for Hokori.
Hard to see. Yeah, if there's no clockwork there, you can just TP out. Well, if Ursa doesn't burst you, but he's on the other side of the map. Cool. Well, this is working really great for Perro Negro, and I like that they're being aggressive, like their draft wants them to. Genek once again being caught.
Yep, Slatum gets the catch. 1k net with lead now for Perro Negro. And I mean, even though obviously the Ursa is looking really good, Lycan's not that far behind. With having such a terrible lane, he's doing a good job at keeping up in terms of net worth. He's the same as Dark Mago, is now level 6 as well, so he's got the shapeshift at the ready, and he's going for the Helm of the Overlord build.
Yeah, you want to do more split push here, even if you're on an advantageous position. If you can, have four pushing one lane, and then the Lycan just pulling some TPs to defend another, you're always, getting at least one objective, which is what you want here. You want to divide them. If Hokori wants to play grouped up, you want to divide them. So split pushing is the way to go. And this Bristleback is just not going to get tanky, my friend. He's just getting
Oh,
ganked and ganked.
taken down, Slatum. It does, he had amplified damage, so obviously it makes it a little bit easier, but Slatum doing so much damage and harass the entire time, rotating to the top side. They're leaving the Ursa to just freely farm, which is scary because he's almost done with the Battle Fury. But they are making sure that Sacred doesn't get the incredibly fast Aghanim Scepter timing. They are making some stacks now, though. Though I think Dark Mago just blocked a stack. Oh, Dark Mago, Slatum, trying to harass.
Oh, look, it's that amplified damage. Okay, so let him just going for the kill. He knows he's ahead. Like, he can play as aggressive as he wants to. There's no one on the other team that can just burst him to death or keep him in place. With such a mobile hero as an Ember Spirit, he is roaming freely right now. And that's what we tend in draft. Oh, Lumiere.
Oh, Lumiere gets caught bottom lane. Quick takedown with the Lycan Shapeshift. Hit by the silence plus the dead shot. Makes it very rough to be able to pop his ulti in time and will lose his life. 3k net worth lead, and Perro Negro just... they're playing so fluidly. They're all over the place thanks to the Ember Spirit of Slatum being distracting while the rest of his team just goes for a gank bottom.
And this is interesting because this is the second time that they do this exact rotation. Like I don't think it was at this minute, but it was maybe a little bit earlier. But once Gyrocopter maybe gets like a Dragonlance or gets his Falcon Blade, they rotate and take the tier 1 on the safe lane, which is like a timing you can write down if you're an analyst for Hokori playing against Perro Negro. The other way now. No, I'm right. Right the first time. Yeah. Oh.
Don't doubt yourself too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slatum. Yeah, still 2 pieces left for the Bristle to get his Ags. Ursa is, that death of his, that cost it. He would have had his Battle Fury about a minute ago if he did not get taken down there in the bottom lane. And Wits is just, in the meantime, really farmed. Granted, last game he was really farmed as well, and he wasn't able to capitalize off it. This time he is going for a slightly different build, though. He is going for the Manta after the Dragonlance Falcon Blade, so he did not go for the Ag's first item rush.
Okay, well, it's a faster pacing, so I believe this goes well with the composition he has. He doesn't really. You don't really want to, even if you have the space, you don't really want to slow down your team if you have if you are the carry, right? So if he needs to, he might go back to or if Slatims dies right now and gives a lot of money.
Oh, mid, Dark Mago, Silence, trying to get himself out of it there. Rolling Boulder will be able to get himself out of danger. Slatum, with the Magnetize on him, it is starting to hurt. The Wolves actually get the kill onto Dark Mago on the side, with Kendall charging for a Genic in the meantime. Ember will be able to jump towards his Fire Remnant. Double kill for the Lycan, and yeah, this is a pretty good trade. They take the tier 1 tower in mid plus a mid laner as well.
Yeah, it's not really looking good for the Earth Spirit players in this match. It's the Dark Mago tried to do something in the beginning of the game, like yanking top, but right now he's playing catch up.
And Earth Spirit is, of course, one of the weaker heroes when it comes to farming. It's actually a terrible hero in terms of farm potential. But
Indeed,
Ember
right?
is not the greatest hero in that regard either, especially if you go Mage Slayer first item. You know, with the Milsham, I would say it's a lot better. But Mage Slayer is not the greatest for a quick farm.
Yeah, you're right, but it's because he doesn't really want to farm. Neither does he or the Lycan. Like Lycan, he already has the Helm of the Overlord, so they can just start pushing towers right now. They can have like a whole zoo behind them, and once again, a free for the Clockwork. Doesn't really matter who's playing it. It's just a free.
Clockworks just keep on dying all over the place. Sacred is closing in on his level 12, plus almost done with the Ags, but still a little bit off the marker here. Very slow farm for Sacred this game.
Yeah, I believe he's been ganked like 3 times and died twice.
And
Oh,
once again, he's going to get gone on. Plus the Mage Slayer reducing spell damage by 40% onto the Quill Spray is painful.
yeah, he's just not a hero anymore. He's been ganked 4 times, died 3 times. He was supposed to be like the front line. He was supposed to be the one who goes in. And right now that is this going to fall under the Clockwork, who's dying every time I see him, and onto the Earth Spirit, who is really far behind. Like he is really under his own offlaner in terms of net worth. Oh,
Going in, there's a catch. Dark Mago, does he have the damage? Keeps on going forward with the magnetized damage, but he goes a little bit too deep, gets feared right back. With the haste, is he going to be able to disengage? Rolling Boulder is going to connect onto Slatum, is going to lose his life, and Wits gets the kill. Even gets a BM tip in the end as well. Ouch.
yeah, that was a cherry on top. And meanwhile, Ursa just got an Aegis for free. This is just looking like a Perro Negro. Well, I'm not going to call it a stomp right now, but it's looking that it might end up like that because we just have 3 heroes that are just not heroing for Hokori. And once again, the only one who can do something about it is going to be the gyrocopter, and he is going for a fighting build. So at least he's not going for a farming build. Who is going to slow it down, slow the pace of Perro Negro down. So this is just going to be tier 2 towers.
Yeah, he's going to Fusel Blade because, of course, it's really good to have against Bristleback, but the bigger option is that you can upgrade it later down the line to get that disperser movement speed. Always really handy. Dark Mago, he tries to get himself back in towards the base. He's going to get feared to the side. Slatum's blocking any exit, and Wits on a killing spree right now. Yeah, they're just playing really well. Slatum is playing really well, especially.
Yeah, like we said that we wanted to see him on another hero that can do his own thing, and this is what happens when you do. Like he is dictating the pace of the game by himself. Like right now, the Lycan obviously has done something from himself as well, but he's just giving all the space in the world to his other cores.
It's all going to come down to the Ursa this time because the other ones are being counted too heavily.
Yeah.
The Ursa is very farmed though. Bling Dagger Battle Fury done is almost done with the Basher. Then into the Shard, you get BKB slash Ags. And all of a sudden you are really hard to kill. That's why that Disperser is going to be a requirement to be able to just kite him.
Indeed, and the other heroes are also just farming around the map. So nothing is happening for Hokori, and Perro Negro is just capitalizing on it. Oh, one more for the road.
Dark Mago would be a very nice kill. Sacred's here, blocking any chase forward. Slatum actually doesn't have any more Fire Remnants left, but they don't know that.
They're just pushing towers now, making the map even smaller. That's why Ursa's farming on the enemy side of the map. Seeing if Bristleback really isn't doesn't have a presence. I mean, he does have a negative scepter, but he doesn't tank anything.
Yeah, no, if they go on him with 2 heroes, he is going to straight up die.
Yeah. And they're going to
Okay,
dive in right now.
And they're looking for the possible Tormentor steal here on Hokori. Sorry, on Perro Negro. Rolling Boulder in onto Wits. Manta style gets rid of the debuff, trying to get away. The Phoenix Head gets blown up instantly. Sacred with his Aghanim Scepter doing absolutely nothing. Dark Mago's going to get controlled. In comes Lumiere, going for the like and getting the last hit. He's getting himself out of there. The tower finishes the job. And Janik wants to hold them in place. Latum's actually no Fire Remnant at the ready. Ursa does do a lot of damage, but without the Enrage, it's a little bit scary. Still has the Aegis, though. So could go for a round 2.
Yeah, but I believe Perro Negro doesn't want to take the chance right now. They only want to go against the Bristlebat, who is really squishy for a Bristlebat right now.
Oh, homing missile? No! No! Okay, he's gonna survive.
Okay,
Garda gave him a Lotus.
Yeah, he's good now. Oh, Ursa just wants to go against the world. He's playing 1 against 9 almost at this point. Like the only thing that saved a little bit that teamfight is that Phoenix, had the others, the ones from Perro Negro hitting the egg. So Ursa got a little bit of swipes in there. He's going to try to solo it or mentor. Goes for Gardic. Oh, that's really nice to have from
That's a really good one. I mean, both of them are really solid. It's always nice to have supports that have useful shards.
Indeed. Oh, the vision from Perro Negro is so aggressive. Like they really want to play on the enemy side of the map.
Net worth wise, it's only a 5k net worth lead. It's not increased for quite some time. Gardic's not level. He doesn't have a supernova available at the moment. MJZ being chased by Gardic. Ursa goes in. Lumiere blows him up quickly. Hook shot in onto Slatum. Has Fire Remnants available. Can they hold him in place? Actually, Bristleback needs to be careful because the damage in response is pretty heavy. Sacred's on the run. Homing Missile's going to stun him up. Is in a bit of trouble. Lumiere is nearby. He's looking for a possible jump onto Slatum's, but it knows it's not going to be able to reach. Earthspirit wasn't there to help out. Otherwise, they might have actually had a really good fight on their hands.
Yeah, and I just feel bad for that Bristleback. Like he doesn't have damage. He can't tank. He can't really stun or slow or whatever. So all he does is try to absorb as much right clicks as possible. So the Ursa has a little bit of space in the team fight, but he's basically just dying all over again. And it's a little bit sadder that his mid laner is even worse net worth wise. And now if they get this kill, might be a Rex. Okay, no, he just goes out.
Okay, Lumiere gets himself back. Is going for the BKB as his next item, it seems. And yeah, it's pretty rough to try and get back into this game. Unless they spread and you get a good catch here in these fights, it's hard to make this one happen.
Well,
Sacred just feels like a non-factor. His damage output from his Aghanim Scepter is just minimal with the Mage Slayer to counter him.
Yeah, indeed. So, well, if... well, wait. I believe Dharma is trying to do something here.
Yeah, he does have a BKB, so should be just fine. Though, they're chasing him pretty deep. Phoenix Head comes out. There's the big heal as well on top. Can they keep Dark Margot alive? Magnetize is doing quite a significant amount of damage.
Where is my Ursa?
They don't have the Ursa yet. Lumiere was still going back to base. Slatums is dropping low. He's actually going to get taken down. Jump in. They lose Sacred, but in response, can they hold Kendall in place? No, they cannot. Lumiere, he did already use his enrage, so he needs to quickly get himself out of there. Is not looking great. There's a buyback coming out. Nice push there from Dark Mago. Will lose his life, but in comes Sacred. It's going to get silenced before he can even get the cast off. Wanting to go for Wits here. Phoenix Sunray onto Wits. Can they kill him off? Yes, they can. They get the big gyro kill. Going for MJZ next. Kendall's going for the TP away, but the bashes are there. MJZ will get the TP, but they do get a huge team fight victory for the side of Hokori.
Yeah, it only a 3k swing though. They did have to burn a buyback on Sacred, but this is really looking way better for Ursa. Well, at least they managed to do something with the bristleback. If when he got that kill on Slatins, we knew this team for this was just over with. Well, this is just Hokori being the most disciplined team. I believe. Well, if you don't count the fountain diving in the last game, to say that Lumiere is built different, but the rest of the team is a little bit more structured.
Yeah, playing really well on the Ursa top net worth the entire time of this game, pretty much. Wits is going for the BKB next, which it's a good item, obviously, but they still have the Basher on the Ursa. You still have to deal with the hook shot. It's not the ultimate item to keep you going this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like you have Phoenix Egg, Hookshot, Bashes. So and he does have like almost 3k HP, so it's not like he's missing on that regard. So I don't know, like a butterfly maybe could be something good for him. Okay, he's just going to die once again. The squishy bristleback getting picked off, and this might be
Die
just
back.
a free tier 2. Yep, die back.
Genik being chased by the army of Lycan. Gardic on the side in trouble. Will actually get the Phoenix Egg off in time. Lumiere finds MJZ in the meantime. Dark Margo holds Kendall in place. There's the call down, but the BKB from Dark Margo. He wants to go back in. Don't know if you want to do that with Bristle dead.
Well, there was not any Ursa there as well. He's going for the Bristle Blade as the next item. He just wants to, jump on Slatan and burst him down because he does a lot of damage, but he is a little bit squishy, especially against an Ursa. And I believe Roshan is already up, so that should be a sign for Ursa to go for it, get it basically for free.
They probably need to get the tier 1 tower top lane though, because he already killed the first row, so you have the roar. That gives it away. Tier 1 gives them easy TP access. And Genik is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, well, they might leave him be. They're just going to try to go for the Roshan. Yeah, they can't leave the Ursa with that resource. And the rest
Bristle's
of
still dead, so...
Yeah, the rest of Hokori just can't fight it. And yeah, this is just unfortunate that it spawned on the dire side.
It wants the hook shot, but yeah, the wolves are already scouting him out.
Yeah,
Genik taken down. Bristol can take the gateway if you want. Now, it seems that they're just gonna let this one go.
Yeah, he would have been just bursted down. Like it's not like he has a presence in the game. Like we said, damage almost halved. He's not a tank. He's going for a BKB, so at least he's not going to be pinned down to the ground. Lycan going for the Vladimir's offering. Okay, so more pushing potential. That's nice. Gyrocopter with the BKB at the ready, going for the Daedalus. Still a fighting build, so I like that. Still, well, the Ursa, top of net worth. He already finished the Abyssal Blade, so if he can get it in time, he could get a freebie on the Ember Spirit.
Slatum's already gone. But of course, that Aegis is nice, but it doesn't guarantee you a good team fight. Oh, Dark Margo spotted. They had a sentry in the area. Will be just chased down a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. I thought he finished his Abyssal bit, but he's actually going for the MKB, predicting a butterfly from the gyrocopter as the next item.
It's an interesting choice, especially considering it's not up yet.
Yeah, like he's trying to think like 4 steps ahead, and we're in step 1.
Yeah, he actually completed it right now.
Yep.
So now Gyro's definitely not going to get the butterfly. Oh, Dark Mago. The stun is long enough for him to just straight up die. Jenik is going to die to the Lycan creeps. They get a double kill.
Basically for free, and this is a tower. This is easily a set of racks. They can't do anything to defend this. This is just going to be Ursa against the world. Let's see if he can do it.
Ursa is going to go against the world. Knight's going to get blown up quickly, looking for Wits. He does, of course, have that Aegis, so maybe not the best target. Dark Mago needs to get away. He just bought back more. Dark Mago gets blown up by the Lycan, who gets a triple kill in that team fight. Ursa is still dropping low as well, trying to go for Kendall, but Lumiere is looking like he's about to drop, and he doesn't have a buyback available. He gets the blink out to the side. He's going to stay alive right now. The Sunray onto Wits. He's actually going for the gyrocopter kill. He kills off the Aegis. While MJC solos the Bristle on the side. This is a weird game. Jump in onto Slatum. Lumiere gets the kill, walks it off. And without Shapeshift, you just... Lycan is half a hero.
Yeah, indeed. And well, that was just a really nice game really nice play out of Ursa. Just surviving with the skin of his teeth and then just getting for one more kill and TPing to safety. I believe some buybacks were used here. It was, Jenik, Dark Mago, and Gardic bought back. So the next defense is going to be really hard.
Yeah, very painful game so far for Hokori, because it's really Lumiere has to do all the heavy lifting. Gets a free shard for Jenik, so now both supports have a shard available. But this Earth Spirit, it's just impactless. Same with the Bristle, he dies to Enchantress of all heroes.
Yeah,
like this Enchantress, Hurricane Pike, Solar Crest, next item is going to be Ghost Scepter. At that point, you're never going to kill this Enchantress. Unless you get Nullifier, which, doubtful.
Yeah, now Ursa's just going for the Swift Blink here, which is the better option, I believe. Obviously, yeah, I believe the Aghanim Scepter would be... Once you get the Aghanim Scepter on Lumiere, which should come in the next Roshan, depends on where it spawns, and then he might do the 1 against 9 game. But that's why I believe Perro Negro wants to get at least one set of racks before Ursa becomes the final boss. And because the Bristleback, I do believe he's going to... I mean, if he gets a little bit more time, he might get more tanky. He might, be more of a nuisance. He's not going to do a lot of damage, but at least, be there and absorb a little bit of damage out of it. The here that is just not going to do anything, it's the Earth Spirit, which is a little bit sad. He is almost same net worth as the other team's position 4, and he's maybe going to die right now.
Yep. So 8k net worth lead in 32 minutes. Not too much is problematic yet. Dark Mago gets hit by the fear there. And yeah, that's what you get for not popping the BKB TPs. Dark Mago, he doesn't even have mana. Can do one more rolling boulder. Can he disengage? No, Homing Missile is going to chase him down. Slatum did in the meantime get taken down by Lumiere. So at the very least, it was enough of a distraction to make it a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, a trade that is more favorable to Hokori at this point. Because they just, buy a little bit more time. That's the only thing I believe this Elf Spirit can do at this point. And I think if we are learning something out of the first 2 games of this series, is maybe the Earth Spirit mid is not the best bet in this meta.
I mean, Analog just won a tier 1 tournament with it a couple of months ago, but
maybe not the meta, just the series.
That might be indeed the case. It also depends on... I mean, to be fair, normally it wouldn't be that big of a problem considering their lineup if Bristle was a hero.
Yeah.
Like, if you had... Because normally you'd have the Earth Spirit being the playmaking hero, Bristle and Ursa doing the damage, but they just ganked him so many times that it was... You just had no use of the... Bristleback for quite some time. Might be different starting now, though. He's getting pretty fat on Sacred. He's got the S and Y done. Didn't go for the Bloodstone, but still is an option.
Yeah, well, if this game goes long, I still believe Perro Negro has the advantage because if you can just opt to not team fight and split push and still win that way.
True. But Ursa is very scary late game, especially when you get to a point with the equipped Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah. Well, I believe that that's going to be his next item once he
Oh,
finishes the
Wits
Swift Link. Whoop!
is going to get spotted. Nice force F gets him out of there. Good catch, but he's going to get caught inside the cogs. Clockwork needs to get himself out of there. They lose the Phoenix almost. Is going to get the Sunray pop with the Phoenix Egg, but taken down in the process. They lose their two supports. Dark Mago, no BKB is trying to run away. Gets the roll to the side. Is going to get rooted up towards, and Kendall on the Lycan charging in. In comes the Ursa in response to the disarm. Lumiere didn't pop his BKB in time, and that gets Kendall out of there scot-free. Lumiere will at least keep Dark Mago alive, but it is a painful fight where they gain nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and I do believe like Bristlewood is starting to become a hero. He just tanked like the damage output from 3 heroes, but he just went all in, all by himself. They are not playing around the Ursa. Like they're just 3 cores trying to do their own thing. At least in this last team fight, and this is going to be a set of frags. There's no buyback available, and yeah, Ursa can't really go against the world right now. She's being kited way too hard, and well,
Yeah, they're
taken
trying
out
to
of
keep
position.
him busy and make sure he doesn't join the fun. And Ursa walking all the way back to the side will probably have to TP in soon enough, but is looking to see if he can get the Swift Link sorted in time. It's still quite a decent bit away, but they're losing a... Soon they're going to be losing the second set of racks if he's not careful. There is an amplified damage rune in the river, though. If he could only know that it's there, it could be a game changer.
Yeah, where's the Thornbreaker ultimate when you need it? Okay, this is basically 1.5 of racks for Perro Negro, which makes the next Roshan way easier. It's going to spawn in 1.5 minutes. And that one is a really important one for Ursa because if it spawns with an axe, it's basically full build for him. So I believe the next big team fight and maybe the game is going to be decided on the next Roshan. They're just
Well, they
leaving
will
out.
find Slatum again.
Yeah,
He's
well
also,
that. Hmm?
he's also not... Like, he's been just getting caught every single time by this Ursa.
Yeah, he's been falling behind a little bit, and well, especially now with Abyssal Blade, he's just free food. Well, everyone is free food right now for Lumiere. Maybe not a gyrocopter.
Being chased by a Lycan Wolf the entire time. All that vision gain, Sacred up against Kendall. This Heaven's Halbert's also a pretty big one. He's going for the Nullifier next on the Lycan to deal with pesky stuff like the Glimmer. I mean, that's literally the only item Phoenix has is a Glimmer cape this game.
Yeah, Phoenix. Oh, poor Phoenix. Well,
Oh,
that's
he's getting the full Solar Crest delivered actually on the Phoenix.
okay. Well, Solar Crest gives you like a little bit more time against the Black Cannon. Phoenix is just being full scouted. Um,
Yeah, and there's also the Lycan that's just a pest. He charges in the entire time and they can't do anything against him. Oh, Sacred, surrounded by enemies. There's going to be a buyback coming out from Slatum. Let's take some decent damage. Sacred's going to TP back to base.
oh, that's big. That's big. Like forcing that buy. Well, they didn't really force it, but having that buyback for free, that's big without losing anyone. Maybe they lose Genek. But no,
Roche
well,
is
but
up with the Ags. They know that it's up, so they're going to go back in. But it's the big one that, the BKBs are used. Actually, the Lycan Shapeshift's used. He didn't even use his BKB there. They're going to get Roche. They're too slow.
yeah, pretty fast. There
And
you
they get a
go.
good catch. Who
Tax
gets
on
the free
Ember.
Ags? Ember, okay, that's not bad. Okay, Sacred, he doesn't have a BKB hook shot in. It comes in. Sacred, can he get himself out of there? It seems to be the case. Janik on the run. Phoenix Egg is going to supplement the fight. Knight is going to get taken down. The second support, MJZ, is about to get taken down. They find the two supports. Slatum's going to be chased. If he dies,
Ooh,
it's
Sacred.
going to be the Age is gone. And he has one more Fire Remnant to use, plus no buyback. If Slatum drops, no Ember.
Yeah, no Ember, and this could be. Oh well, Hokori doesn't. Yeah, Hokori doesn't really have the space or the map, sadly, to capitalize heavily on this. But yeah, that was really big. And the last thing we saw is actually Sacred became a hero. Like he just graduated from creep. Oh, from less than a hero. In this last team fight, he basically soloed Slatums. Like Slatums was really good in the early game. On the mid game, he was also doing a lot. He was dictating the pace of the game at the beginning, but then he just couldn't continue with his work. Maybe they just gave Hokori too much time to recover, because even with the Mage Slayer, even with the amount of gank they did against Sacred is now a proper frontliner again.
And this is, I mean, it's a 9k net with lead, but that's 6k of it went to the equipped Aghanim Scepter for the Dire side. And that one went on the Ember, and we've already seen he just doesn't have any impact anymore.
Yeah, indeed. Who would have you given it to if it wasn't the Ember?
Kendall. He does have a BKB plus Shapeshift, gets himself out of there. That's no Lycan for the next, 80 seconds?
A minute, basically.
Yeah, but BKB is the big one. Like, Shapeshift's nice, but without BKB, you die.
Yeah.
You get caught in the cogs and there's nothing left. There's Ursa going for the battlefield. The Daedalus is almost done on it for Lumiere. So then you're also going to have to deal with big boy crits.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought he was going to go for the Axe, I believe it's an ultra late game kind of purchase, but goodbye boots, hello Daedalus. Now he just burst anyone. Like there's no one that can survive a blink from Lumiere right now. Yeah, he's just way too fed. Well, I don't think if fed is the proper word. Yeah, he's just 9-1, just like a gyrocopter. I'm trying to. What should you do if you're Perro Negro here? Because the game's slipping out of your hands.
Yeah, I don't really know. Sacred's going for the blink and nullifier. I think that's the one thing that they are really lacking on the Hokori side is a nullifier. Lumiere still needs the equipped Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
And that needs pretty much, I mean, as good as it gets. I guess Refresher and Moon Shard are the only things that you could possibly add at that stage.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, and after that, it's just saving for retirement, I guess, because there's nothing else you can really buy. He's full build at minus 42. He farmed really well. He's a lot of last hits over the gyrocopter, which is saying a lot because gyrocopter is has the flat cannon advantage. And right now they're going for I have a shard on Dark Mago. This burst is a little bit his net worth. Is not dead last time for his course. I think he has a Shiva's card right now, so that would work well against the Satanic of Gyrocopter. But I don't know. I mean, Perro Negro just need to go maybe and push all in and on this tier 3 bottom, try to get the mega creeps. And once you get the mega creeps, then you can do the, like we said, don't fight, just blade push, and Lycan can win the game with, creeps.
Well, they are getting the push going. They place the banner.
Wait, Lumiere's going.
Sacred needs to clear it, and he does. Very quickly. Roll in from Dark Mago. Pretty aggressive. Needs to be careful, but from behind, Knight gets instantly deleted. Lumiere going in for Slatum, who's going to jump to his Fire Remnant, just barely staying alive. Phoenix Head gets dropped in the middle of everything. Genecook shots out of there. And Wits is getting damaged heavily. Has a BKB, has a Satanic, gonna get anything casted. He pops it just in the nick of time. Sacred's charging forward, but Lumiere's the scary one, and boom goes the dynamite. It's a full-on team wipe favoring Hokori, who are back in the lead.
Yeah, this game just slipped out of their fingers. Like they couldn't finish the game. That they couldn't like destroy Sacred completely. Well, Sacred is we play with an international experience. He's played like with against the best teams of the world, and he just is delivering. He wasn't a hero like 10 minutes ago, and now he's just frontlining and going against three, tanking everything, soloing towers. He's just a final boss as well. Like Hokori knew how to play from behind, and now they just have to do the clean the map from towers, extend the advantage, and
That's trying to
this.
split push, cut the creep waves, and doing a good job at it. Yeah, this is the problem that you have to deal with. You've got Kendall with the Helm of the Overwolf creep. They will at least get a full set of racks. But they're about to respawn on the gyrocopter, which is the big one. Speaking of which, gyrocopter's item build. So, okay, Knight got instantly deleted in that fight. Who has been a pretty pinnacle team fighter in this game, which was a great catch by, of course, Lumiere. But this gyrocopter build, do you like it, or do you think you should have changed something?
Well, I do like it because they wanted to play this fast, right? So if he would have gone for the Aghanim Scepter instead of Manta, then he would have been, farming a little bit more and giving even more space to Hokori, even more opportunity to come back. So I do agree with this build on Gyrocopter. Maybe not with the full Hurricane Pike, but that's just nitpicking at this point. He's going for a Silver Edge right now, which works against the Bristleback, I guess. And
yeah, but this Bristle, yeah, he's got Nullifier now as well. So he's level 25. He's very big and scary.
He's the redemption story for this match.
Yeah, still 2, 8, and 14, but so impactful.
Yeah, he's third on a net worth scale, so he did come back almost on his own. Well, Roshan may respawn in less than 10 seconds. Let's see if we get it. Roshan might be the next big team fight. Nah,
40 seconds.
40
That's
seconds.
actually pretty decent.
Okay, what you want to do now as Perro Negro, I believe, is just keep lanes pushed, because you still have a little bit of the creep advantage, and then go for Roshan and try to make something happen. Oh, this could be big. If they find Lumiere, this could be big. Oh.
Lumiere only died a singular time this game. They have 34 kills on the side of the Dire side, and they've only caught him a singular time. That's remarkable.
Yeah, and a third of them is the clockwork.
Yeah. But that's, last game as well. It's clockwork.
Yeah, that's the hero. The hero just hooks shots in and tries to survive with jetpack and force staff, and then does it again.
They struggled a lot this game with clearing the Phoenix Egg. I think they've maybe killed the Phoenix Egg twice.
Yeah, and that's when the Phoenix Egg wasn't, perfectly positioned, because the Phoenix egg is positioned out of the core of the team fight. So.
Free Ags for Ursa.
Ooh, okay. This just
became so much harder. Much harder.
Yeah, it's a steep way for Perro Negro to come back from this game. Hokori might get the 2-0 here. Ursa just looks unstoppable. Like there's no answer for him. I mean, even if they find him alone and burst him down, even if that's possible, he has a second life. So it's not happening here.
And next is Moonshard. I mean, Moonshard's attack speed's always nice, but it's the night vision that's going to be very impactful to have.
Let's see. Well, Gyrocopter has to save for buyback now, so he can't really buy anything soon. Slatim just, I mean, we have two big storylines here, like the redemption arc from Bristleback and the falling from grace for Ember Spirit. Like he's being reduced to just split pushing.
Oh, this is.
Oh,
Yep. They were standing on the Fire Remnant. Lumiere was camping the Fire Remnant the entire time. And they just needed to force the Ember back. That was.
hard.
Not a good spot.
Yeah. Well, he's been caught like 3 or 4 times by Lumiere, so
It's not great if the big bully bear starts jumping you. I mean, he's got. Look at the hats on that bear. Oh, he's got
yeah,
all them hats. Same with Sacred, but his hats are bouncing like crazy on the bristleback.
yeah. The head movement there is insane.
Oh,
free kill.
they catch the gyro and he can't even respond. Has a buyback available, but that is disastrous. Luckily enough, all the lanes are just really hard to control for the side of Hokori.
Yeah, and Lycan is
MJZ.
basically.
Another one gone soon. Steals the XP rune at least.
Yeah, and at this point, Lycan is basically playing StarCraft. Like he's just controlling units, trying to make something happen. Same for Enchantress. Like he's trying to get this melee racks. He almost got it. That's all they can do right now. And well,
Yeah, you kind of constantly you have to split up. Oh, that's why Sacred also went bots on the bristleback. He knows he needs to split up the map. Same with Ursa, he just bought bots as well. I'm gonna use it to be more mobile and push out all the lanes at the same time. Because the thing is, with the bristleback of Sacred, they can't kill him unless they put all 5 heroes there. Same with the Ursa. So even though they do split push and it's very obnoxiously strong, they don't have like easy ways to quickly get a kill on the side lane and continue for more.
yeah, you're right. And whoa, now Secret just goes in. He doesn't care. And at least Lumiere learned from the last experience, and he's prioritizing the structures right now and not just diving. But I believe if there's a fountain diving hero, that's an Ursa. So
Well, normally I'd say PL, but yeah.
yeah, well,
But
I'll be
PL's kind of
expecting.
bullshit.
Yeah, he's kind of dead as well.
Oh, very much so. But if he gets to a point where he can fountain dive you, you just cry.
Indeed. You just pray that the fountain chooses the correct one, and then he just changes the aggro.
Yeah.
Or
It's pretty nice that PL is still not a hero. But next patch is gonna, like, it has to come in, what, a week or two? Because we are already on the longest numbered patch ever.
Oh, so you are expecting Illusion Heroes to make a comeback? Like Nag and PL and stuff?
I'm expecting at least, I mean, obviously Aghanim Scepter changes probably on most
Yeah.
heroes. Bunch of heroes, just entire spells change, most likely.
Facets changed.
Facets change. You're gonna have, what's his name? Puppet Master thingy be able to be played in competitive.
Yeah, then some innate abilities change, some items adjustments and stuff like that.
Maybe
So, yeah.
map change even, but it really depends on how much they have really looked at Dota.
Yeah,
Oh.
wait. Can they do something here though?
One set of racks left for
Yeah, well,
the dire side, but there's no Aegis. And the Mier's a little bit scared. Does have enough for his Moonshard, though. And a buyback.
yeah, well, if they go all in on Lumiere, they can kill him, but then they have the Bristleback to worry about.
Yeah, Bristol also has a Rattle Cage,
But more
which
armor.
is so stupidly good.
Yeah. Okay,
And
that
then you have
matters.
percentage-based healing from the Phoenix on top of it. Oh, they're going to go in onto Dark Mago. They catch the Ember, the Earth Spirit, and the Earth Spirit will fall. That's
And he's
2k
going
net
for
worth
one more.
jumping in their favor. Buyback coming out from the Earth Spirit. Gardic is nearby, has the Phoenix Egg in case it's needed, but it does not seem to be the case just yet. Hookshot's not going to be able to connect. BKBs are used on both sides, but they force out a Dark Mago buyback, and that is it. Chase on Slatum doesn't have. He has one more Fire Remnant, tries to get the TP away, and good job there with the root on Genek. Make sure that the Clockwork cannot catch up to him.
No, but he still uses BKB. We don't have BKB on Ember Spirit, so the next defense is going to be real difficult. Sacred can just solo, like basically tank the entire enemy team and get these two Raxes, and he is doing so. Oh, here comes the Ursa. Sudden is dead.
Big
He's
jump onto Ember. Slatum, can he get himself out of there? They got one more melee racks to go. That's the focus here for Lumiere while they're all fighting on the back end. They get the Mega secured. And there's the Phoenix Egg in the middle of everything. It's just healing them up. No damage onto the Egg. It's gonna stay alive. And they're fully healed up on Sacred. And Dark Mago actually needs to be careful because he, of course, does not have a buyback available. Lycan Shapeshift came through. And they look to be able to disengage. Sacred's just blocking any entry. He's actually left alone. Jump in, Hex onto Gardic on the side. Phoenix is in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't have the dive available. Glimmer Cape comes up and the Nullifier did end, but he doesn't have dive. Is going to fly up to the high ground, but is going to get feared right back. Nice catch there by Knight on the side. Sacred's going to get chased. But their base is being pushed in at the same time as well, so they have to send someone back. Sacred's drop in low, Nullifier comes out, and they find the Bristle. Make that 2 kills secured, but the Megas are in hands of Hokori.
That's 2k gold for Gyrocopter for getting that kill on Bristleback. Well,
but is there any money that changes it for him this game?
Yeah, I don't think money can buy this one. There is, yeah, Mega Creeps against
a little bit spooky. Genek, nice Nullifier usage. Spell Reflect, Hex gets reflected. Nullifier ends, does have the Ghost Scepter available, but will be chopped down because, of course, Muerta does not care about no Ghost Scepters.
Indeed. Well, all of the Hokori guys have buybacks, so there's almost nothing to worry about here. They have to force them, though, to see if they can, even up a little bit the economy here, even though it's like a 22k net worth advantage for Hokori. If they can get at least these racks, it's a little bit of a win. I believe they're just going to buy back at least the Bristol back if they see that the Mega Creeps are going to be evened out. Maybe they're going to let this happen.
Their base is getting demolished, though. Their tier 4s are under siege. They're going to start a fight. Buybacks from the Radiant side. They lose Slatum. No buyback available on the Ember Spirit. Lycan Shapeshift needs to run away. They're going to focus on towards the Enchantress, who will TP out right now. Is going to get the TP to safety. No bashes come in. But the tier 4s in their base are almost gone. They are gone. Actually, they have fallen. And now it's the Ancient that is under siege.
Yeah, everything is cleaned up. There's a ward there, so... Oh, wait. Lycan doing Lycan things in the bottom lane.
Backdoor protection, though.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the attack damage, attack speed, nothing. He has to TP out and...
Oh, in the tip.
Nice attempt, but miserably failed.
Yeah. Nice try. And this is just the...
They have no fortification. 1 second for fortification. It's right back up in the nick of time. For the team fight, Lumiere needs to be a little bit careful. BKB use wits pumping out damage. Hook shot's gonna come in. It doesn't connect thanks to the Manta dodge. And now Lumiere on the Ursa. He's trying to go for the Ancient. Phoenix Head comes out. Lumiere, can he stay alive? The Ancient's gonna get fortified. They need to get the damage, and Sacred can hit it pretty heavily as well on the Bristleback buyback from the Ursa. And that should be game, set, and match. It will be Hokori taking the series 2-0 with a gigantic comeback in game number 2.
Yeah, this was a really nice game to watch. We had the redemption story, you had the falling out of